So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Are you ready? Are you ready now? Well, good. Hey, what's up? It's your girl LaTangela, and thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to hang out with me as we chit about this and we chat about that for another episode of the LaTangela Show. Now, you know, there are a lot of ways for us to get connected. All of the links are posted for you at LaTangela.com. Tonight, I'd love for you to hit me up with the Twitter alert at LaTangela Fay. And every day, you know I'm the voice inside your speaker box. 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. WEMX. Turn me on and turn me up. And every Wednesday night, I look forward to spending time with you as I am your host of the Louisiana Film Channel. Yeah, you want to see it. I'm telling you, it's all about the arts and the crafts and the culture of our state. A lot is going on, and I want you there. Thank you so much to the fam over at NMO1 Radio, making it happen and getting the word out with us. And we have a lot of great things popping off in the capital city and surrounding areas. Now, you know, we're still trying to see to be or not to be phase 3, or is it stuck in phase 2 yet again? Well, what does it look like in your area? As we're talking all things COVID, it's still a lot of restrictions. It's still a lot of uncertainties, and it's still a lot of cautious actions, right? Asking that you still practice social distancing, asking that you still practice washing your hands often and wearing your mask. It's still a thing. And thank you again to my friend Diane. I'm not going far too fast, but when I do, I grab a mask. And you should too. Hey, you know, according to Daily Mail, as I am the queen of random research, you know, we talked about this about 2 months ago, but it's alarming at this point. Divorces have skyrocketed in the United States since quarantine began. Now, it's probably not the healthiest thing for a married couple to spend every single minute of every single day together. Even if they did say we want to take these vows, for better or for worse, to death do us part. Well, hey, listen, they didn't say 24/7 in those vows, did they? Well, it's too late because we're here now. According to the new data from a legal service company, divorce rates have skyrocketed in the U.S. since the quarantine started. Now, the number of people looking for divorces was at 34% higher from March through June this year than it was during that period last year. Oh, the stress is getting to us. But wouldn't things like this bring us closer together? I don't know. Look, I'm asking questions from a single woman's perspective. I'm just saying, if I had that much more time to spend with my spouse, it's good to go through things and grow through these things with your loved ones, right? Well, divorces jumped 57% from February 13th to April 13th this year. The newer the marriage is, the more in trouble it is. Also, according to the survey, out of the couples filing for divorce during the pandemic, 20% were newlyweds who just got married earlier in 2020. Now, the pandemic, broke out in March? So y'all just got married earlier in 2020. That's February, January? And you're calling it quits? 9% got married in 2019, 9% also got married in 2018, while 7% were married in 2017 and 2016. It's a tough crowd. People in the South were 2 to 3 times more likely to look into divorce than people anywhere else in the country. Oh, here you go. You're shaming me. Don't you act like that. Don't you leave me. It ain't over. I love you. Can't we talk this out? Wow. Well, you know, someone actually wrote a column and they were asking if, quote, the same rules apply about companies prohibiting workplace romances if the entire firm is working remotely, end quote. So yeah, someone's trying to start like this offline, out of the office hotline bling, but they're technically co-workers, but they're not working together in the office. So now may be the time to shoot your shot or not. Questions that need answers. Well, the State Fair of Texas is legendary for their food. You know, you have people that actually say, oh, what are you doing for your vacation this year? We're going to Texas because their state fair and their food is the best. Well, due to pandemic, quarantine, can't get out, you have to socially distance, a lot of things were canceled. But this year, they'll only be offering it as a drive-through. So they're still looking out for you. It's now a drive-through event, and you can pre-buy your packages that include things like deep fried Oreos and a sausage on a stick. So if you're planning on taking that field trip, I just did you one solid. Make sure that you RSVP though. The deep fried Oreos are hard to come by, friend. Very hard to come by. Okay, so look, some of your folks are making headline news for all the wrong reasons. And this guy, he gets that award. Disco ball me, please. A guy in Missouri reported for jury duty last week, but he refused to wear his mask. He said, if I gotta go to jury duty, if I got it, you gonna get it too. And what about it? He showed up, he refused to wear his mask, so he was put in jail for contempt of court. Rightfully so. And while he was there, the jail had a 55-person coronavirus outbreak. Now, there's no word if he caught it or not, but I think it's just the irony of the whole situation. Because if he would have worn his mask, maybe it would have skipped over him or, you know, and we don't know if he refused to wear the mask and didn't get it, but maybe he didn't have the mask on and he spread it. See, we don't know. There's too many questions that need answers. But the man was held in contempt of court for not wearing his mask. They wanted to prove a point. And they made headline news for all the wrong reasons. Lots of colleges that actually reopened, they're seeing a lot of coronavirus outbreaks. What about the colleges in your area? Around the globe, what is it doing? An infectious disease expert said that they should keep those students contained there. Say, look, okay, you want to go back to college, you want the campus open, it's good, but you're going to stay here in quarantine and be contained here. Do not let the students off campus. And that's coming from one of those infectious disease experts. Now, if you got questions that need answers, I'm pretty sure he has a lot of questions that he is willing to entertain. Now, with so many people staying home in Australia, I thought that Australia was a beautiful place until I started seeing the bugs, the rodents, those insects, those serpents. Oh, I just cannot. And now with so many people in Australia staying home because they're quarantined or they are socially distancing, well, they're getting a lot of snakes in full effect every day. So now those large snakes that's just slithering all around Australia, they hide when they see people. Well, they're not seeing people. And now they're looking for the people to see what's up. Y'all can't come out here and play with us today. I would fall out. A lizard got in this house last week and I hollered. Neighbors probably think I'm crazy, and I might be, but you know what? That lizard had me in here fighting for my life, and you let me suffer. Like, it ain't funny, but it is. It ain't funny, but it is. It is. So I couldn't imagine being in Australia and seeing one of those snakes. Y'all, I would pass out on sight, I promise. Now, you know, outdoor dining right now, it's okay. But up north, when it gets cold, if we're not inside by then, what are you doing? Like, you still can't go outdoors and do this. So they're asking a lot of their people to come up with solutions as of how can we continue to do this outdoor dining in the winter up north. And they're not asking you for free. It's a $5,000 prize attached to it, whether you live in the deep down hot south or not. If you come up with a great solution, they'll give you that $5,000. Give me my money, run me my bag. I'm with that. And today is World Distance Learning Day. Did you know? I'm pretty sure it's like a new thing. Somebody just added it as a thing. Yeah, weird, but it is what it is. And also around the world, I had to notice this, right? Crazy. A 25-year-old man in Nevada is making headline news and making the world cringe. They said that he was actually the first person in the United States who's been confirmed with the second case of coronavirus. So he had it once, got well or better, and then they said he contracted it again. He's in Vegas, and he was the first one that was reported as of having COVID, getting better, and contracting it again. Wishing him a speedy recovery. And I don't know if that's the thing or not. Yeah, there's no fun in that. Hey, you know, everybody's been talking about it. That quarantine 15. You've been at home. Maybe you've been cooking a lot more. Maybe you've been taking takeout diners or popping in a DiGiorno or whatever. Well, Science Daily conducted some random research for those who decided to work on their credit scores and their waistlines during this COVID-19 pandemic. A study finds that couples who diet together lose more weight. That explains. See, the single life is working against me yet again. But hold tight, my friends. I got you covered. Are you still eating whatever you want to get through this dumpster of a year? Or are you trying to shed that quarantine 15? Give you the inside scoop. If you decide to reverse the curse of the quarantine 15, you might want to think about asking your significant other to try this with you. According to the new study from a European Society of Cardiology, they found that a lot of couples tend to do better if they try to lose the weight together. We in this thing together, babe. Listen, so I'm going to hook you up with this spinach. I'm going to hook you up with this baked fish. I'm going to hook you up with... What you mean we're not having fried pork chops tonight with them fried Oreos? You was just talking. No, we're not doing that tonight. That's not what we are doing. We are about to get on this act right. And that's not salt. But so, yeah. They say it may cause a little friction up front. But if you do it together for a while, you start to find your groove. Go walking together, talking together. Maybe even cook some of your favorite meals in a healthier way together. All right, I'm with that. Now, when a person's spouse tried to lose weight with the other, they said that they were almost 3 times more successful. That's teamwork. You know, some people just take things too far, though. I'm all for the quarantine 15, shedding that. Did you get your steps in today? Jumping a little rope, walking a track, maybe even hitting the treadmill or some squats. But see, when I say you're gone too far, just know this is exactly what I mean when I say you play too much, you're going too far, and you probably should get checked. Checked. Something ain't right up here. Now, the new weight loss craze. According to study finds, I'm a lot upset that they actually found this. We've got some good news and we've got some bad news. When it comes to weight loss and a study, they conducted this survey out in Israel. The good news, the researchers found a way that people who lose weight can actually keep the weight off once they hit their goal. That's good news, right? That's good news. Because, you know, usually if you lose the weight, you start gaining it back, it comes back triple times as fast. That's a problem. Well, the bad news is that it requires eating poop. I can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, this is according to study finds. And I'm putting a disclaimer on this saying, do not try this at home. And you know, sometimes you just got to do stupid disclaimers because people do stupid things, such as study finds with this research. The researchers found that when people took, quote, frozen microbean capsules created from one's own feces, end quote, after a diet, they were more likely to keep the weight off. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Why? They say the researchers say one of the keys to keeping your metabolism healthy and managing your weight is through your gut bacteria. So by introducing small amounts of your own feces to your gut, it keeps everything regulated in there. So don't do the prunes is what you're saying. Don't do the kale is what you're saying. Don't. No. Of course, you shouldn't start eating your own feces to test it out. Disclaimer. It has to be specially treated so you do not get sick. Plus, they said that you don't want to be the first to test this out. You may want to give it another round or two of test studies and trials before it hits the States. Keep in mind that's in Israel. But would you try this? Would you be willing to be a part of the study that they're conducting? I need to know. Got questions that need answers. Would you be willing to stoop as low as to eat your own poop to keep weight off? Is it that serious? Hit me up, Twitter alert, at LaTangela Fay. I thought I had seen and read and told it all. And wait, there's more. Like, come on. Hey, when we start talking about important stuff, be counted. Please let your voice be heard through your vote, but be counted. Census 2020, it is definitely in full effect, and these numbers are important. You are important, and these funds attached to all of that. Important. We have a lot of things going on in our cities, a lot of things going on in our states, and we need to be counted. So listen, I want you to go ahead and log on to 2020census.gov. Again, that's www.2020census.com. I'll have it posted up for you, and you can always get it on the description of this podcast. It's important, so make it happen. Look, Watertown Daily Times. Scrolling through the news, you got some folks that's making headline news for all the wrong reasons. Wheels on a bus go round and round. Sometimes they go round and round to the wrong spots. Yep, a guy out in Pennsylvania. He's a 30-year-old guy by the name of Justin Freedom, who is auditioning to lose his freedom. You heard that freestyle? Ooh, that girl is bad. Okay, well, last week, he stole a school bus to drive home. I can't make this stuff up. Home was 275 miles away in New York. It gets better. He was caught the next day when someone called the cops to report a school bus with Pennsylvania plates on their property. The guy is now facing felony charges. So he stole a school bus, got on the road, and he drove it all the way home. Home was 275 miles away. On the road again, dun, 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 on the road again. That's a field trip gone wrong again. Man, look, somebody should have asked him, hey man, hey, you got room for one more passenger? It's a bus. Okay, so if we were to take a field trip, and it's a field trip, we're gonna say from here to where? You wanna go to Florida? Let's go from here to Florida, right? Hey Florida, we on our way to see you. What is your gas station food request? Your snack shacks, right? Okay. Questions that need answers according to Delish. What's your gas station order? You know, you ask for the random junk food. What is the drink of your choice? The gum, the candy. Well, people started sharing their gas station orders on TikTok, like right now. Sprite, Chester's Flamin' Hot Fries, and Crispy Crunchy Reese's Bar. Now, I have yet to try one of those crunchy Reese's Pieces bars, but I see people buying them all the time. Dr. Pepper, Lay's Salt and Vinegar Chips, Sour Patch Kids, and Takis. What is the Takis? I've tried everything else on that round, but what is it Takis? Takis? Okay, now I'm gonna have to Google that. I need it. Okay, and Icy, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. That's another combination that came in top 3. Diet Cokes, Bugles, and Peach Rings. You lost me at Peach Rings, but okay. So what's your to-go order on the drive? Nobody said Doritos? Nobody? Nobody said give me a Snickers because I'm just not myself when I'm hungry? Like nobody? That didn't make the top 4? Wow. Okay, well hit me up. I need to know. Twitter alert, at LaTangela Fay. And of course, all of my links are posted at latangela.com. And while you're there, I would love for you to pick up a copy of my new book. It is the 4th edition of my writing series. You know, you have the A to Z, Lord, Let It Define Me, Soul Inspirations, You Were Born a Brand, and now, boop, poof, Power Over Obstacles Forever. You can get it. It's available on Amazon. It's also available on latangela.com. We all have those obstacles, but know that we have the power over those obstacles forever. And I want you to check it out. So go ahead and get that. And for the next 4 people who slide in my DMs at LaTangela Fay, I'm going to gift you a copy of my book, Poof, Power Over Obstacles Forever. Just use the hashtag #TeaTimeWith10. Hashtag #TeaTimeWith10. Yeah, I like it. You know, I've been coming up with different books that I like to read. Poof being one. Shameless plug. But the dictionary. When was the last time you picked up the dictionary and just kind of fumbled through the words? Well, according to CNN, dictionary has added extra words just for you. They've added a ton of new words, and some of the words are causing a lot of disturbance. Would you like to hear some? Dictionary.com just announced that they have a huge update with tons of new words and revisions of old words. The revisions is about to knock you out. All right, the changes that are getting the most attention are the woke ones. Because dictionary.com added the updated a ton of words around race, identity, sexual orientation, and mental health. For example, now they say black should be capitalized as, quote, a mark of respect and recognition that's in line with capitalizing other cultures and ethnicities, end quote. So now they want black capitalized. They are also replacing homosexual with gay to get rid of, quote, the implication of the medical diagnosis, sickness, or pathology. But those weren't the only changes. According to CNN, with it, they added a bunch of great slang terms, including DGAF, don't give a goat, which stands for greatest of all time, and jabroni, which they defined as, quote, a stupid, foolish person or loser. Wait, okay. All right, I don't know. What word would you add to the Webster's Dictionary? If they needed an extra word, what would you add? Now, this should be good. Hit me up on the Twitter alert at LaTangela Fay, or drop me a line at latangela.com. Now, you're walking around here seeing all of these infomercials, because the only one that's not missing right now, infomercials. According to New York Times, they conducted some research to see if this is worth it or if it's overrated. Is it a great item or is it a piece of junk? Well, these gadgets are great, and some are great and overrated. The New York Times tech blog recently ran a list of gadgets that you should not buy because they're not worth the money or the options are better. Now, a quick rundown of some of this stuff. Stop buying Apple chargers or name brand cables. Now, I'm here for that. New York Times, bet. You can buy generic cables that are almost as good now and a lot cheaper. Yes. And they're going to break anyway, so air fryers. I've been contemplating getting one of those air fryers. One of my friends, he has one and he lives and died by that air fryer. Now they're saying that it's good, but they're not much better than a regular oven. And if you're hoping for the same taste as deep fried, you'll be disappointed. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Those Keurig coffee makers, the one that come with the cute little cups, they say that the best you get is a diner coffee. Shade much? That's shade. And at its worst, it's probably just hot brown water. Okay, New York Times, tell me how you really feel, could you? For pets, they say avoid the smart feeders, the pet cameras, and automatic litter boxes. But Frisky loves it, right? The feeders aren't that smart. Security cameras are cheaper and better, and automatic litter boxes malfunction a lot and end up being a bigger hassle than a normal litter box. Now here are a few more of those random things that they say you should just not buy because it's overrated. The Wi-Fi toothbrushes. I missed the trend on that. I didn't even know that they had a Wi-Fi toothbrush. Like, what does it do? Does it play music while I'm brushing? Does it allow me to answer the phone when I'm like, what is it? What happens? It said that they're overpriced and dumb. Tower fans don't work very well. Most baby bottle warmers suck. And adding extra antivirus software to your computer is pointless. Now that I believe, because this computer has glitched several times tonight. Now with the Food Network, they're helping you out. Because if you have those takeouts and those leftovers, and the next day you want it for a snack, you want it for lunch, you want it for dinner, well, some foods just don't do very well in the microwave. And I was talking to one of my friends about it. She was like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to put the fries in the microwave. If you put them in the oven, I was like, whoa, slow down. You're taking me fast. Fries in the microwave 30 seconds, that's life. But no, according to Food Network and Coco Love, some foods just don't do well in the microwave for the reheat. Coming in at number 1, pizza. Yeah. They said if 1 or 2 slices, reheat them in the pan, on the stove, or over medium heat. It's better than the microwave. Did you know that? Said because it gets the crust crispy again. And a lot of pizza goes in the oven at 375 until the cheese looks nice and is melted again. It's like it's brand spanking new. Who knew? Fried chicken, instead of the microwave, use a baking sheet or a pan. Starting to sound like a lot of work, but they want you to cover it with foil and cook it in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes. You won't be disappointed. Then you have to remove the foil and keep cooking until it gets all crispy again. French fries say that they'll never taste as good as when they were fresh, but the best way to do it is in the pan with oil and add some extra salt, but only if you want. Spaghetti. They say all you have to do is just toss it in the pot and cook it over medium heat. Do not use the microwave because it loses its flavor and its original touch. And steak lovers, I had to do this for you. They said just first slice it up thin. Then you just add some oil to a pan and cook it over medium until it's hot enough for your liking. Okay, so I wanted to conduct some research of my own. According to Medical Express, they said that a study finds it's impossible not to dance when you hear music. Is it impossible for you? Well, it's been like 75,000 songs that's been released over the years, and you hear it and you got that one song that make you just move from this room to the dance floor every single time on the first beat. What's that song for you? That automatic party stopper, party rocker. You know what it is when you get there, it's going down. If the DJ press play on what? I need to hear from you. Hit me up, Twitter alert at LaTangela Fay. And before I get out of here, I'm going to leave you with one of my songs. Filling some of these blank pages in my musical journal. It's entitled Never Knew. And I sure hope that you enjoy it as I enjoyed this time with you tonight. And I look forward to talking to you again next week. You know, this week on the podcast, we're going to have a good conversation talking about MTV's Ghosted. Yeah, have you heard about this show? Oh, well, I got the inside scoop. So make sure that you subscribe to the LaTangela Show podcast. It is streaming and available on all digital platforms. Just key in the LaTangela Show podcast. Now I'm going to get back to work and you keep dancing. And remember that no one loves you more than I do. I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Good night.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Yep. Hey. Da, 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 da. I like to call this some of that feel-good music. Rock with me. Da, 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 The sunrise and I look into your eyes. Now I feel what I never felt. What a surprise. What a surprise. I searched high and I searched low, 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 low. Been trying to find some peace of mind and a little love. But I never would have thought, turn around and here you go. It's you, all that I've been looking for. Peace of love and so much more. Poof. You've been there all along, and I never knew it. But now I do. 3, 2, 1, countdown. Next 30 seconds dedicated to you. Gotta take this time to say what I'm feeling, boo. You have been the missing link to me. Now I can see it all so clear for me. Right by my side from day one. How could I be searching for another one? It's been you and me all along. You've been the inspiration to my favorite song. All that I've been looking for. Peace of love and so much more. You've been there all along, and I